What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Tonight, I'm here to talk to you about one from Scream Factory. Well, it's available on Blu-ray from Scream Factory, and it is the Amityville Horror. This is the original. Much talked about whether or not it was based on it was based on a story. Whether it was a true story, nobody seems to believe it anymore. But it remains like a pretty popular part of horror pop culture. Anyway, in this original movie, George and Kathy are a married couple. They're looking forward to getting a new start. They are moving into what is basically their dream house, an unbelievable, place that they never thought they could afford. And they really, are trying to figure out how in the world they lucked into this incredible house for such a, super low price. And as it turns out, no one in the town wants the house because there was a series of murders there. And basically, it's considered to be cursed, haunted, whatever. There's, stuff going on in the house. As soon as they move in, strange things start to happen. George starts to kind of take a complete change in behavior. He starts to become more like downbeat and angry, more like emotionally unstable. Kathy is just completely flatlined. Just overall, she has no personality whatsoever. So they decide that they're going to bring in a priest to bless the house because there's some shady stuff going on there, obviously. The priest gets there. He's sweating his ass off. He's got flies everywhere. He's out of there. He's not going to stick around for that. And the rest of the movie just follows what happens as George continues to spiral into hell, basically. And Kathy just struggles to show any kind of emotion whatsoever. This is, this is the movie that launched an unbelievable amount of sequels, unofficial and official. But this honestly is not a very good movie. It's not even really that much fun, to be honest. The story is okay, but it's one we've seen a million times, even if it is based on a true story. Margot Kidder is in this, and she's kind of fun, but she's so deadpan and just completely dead inside in her performance, which is kind of fun. But there's really not much blood. There's not much sleaze. There's not really any real scares here. The atmosphere is okay. It's a little bit oppressive at times. But as far as a horror movie, it really doesn't work that well. To me, the real value of this movie is in like a B-movie camp fashion. And that's because of the absolutely ridiculous performance of James Brolin. This dude dials up the melodrama and the emotional outbursts to just god tier levels. It's so awesome. He's the main reason to see the movie. And I don't know if it's because the rest of the movie is just kind of so bland that his performance seems so absolutely just ridiculous. But it is what it is. It's a really fun performance to watch. Rod Steiger is here as well, and he definitely hams it up as well. But not even in the same ballpark as James Brolin. Dude just completely just goes for broke here. And, it's the reason to watch the movie, in my opinion, is his performance. It's just so ludicrous. I love the like shifts in emotions, the mood swings. It's really cool. I wish that there was a great, equally ridiculous rest of the movie to go with it, because then this would have been like an all-time classic and maybe in like my top 10 ever if the entire movie was on the same level as his performance. But sadly, it's not. Like I said, there's really not any scares here. There's really not much sleaze or, weirdness to it. But his performance alone makes it worth seeing. And also, whether it's a good movie or not, it is kind of a horror staple. And so if you're interested in the genre, it is probably one you should see at least once, just to, get it on your bucket list or whatever. So as far as recommending it, if you're here for the scares, skip it. If you're here for ridiculousness and unintentional humor, I would say give it a shot. I honestly have to have this movie in my collection because I just like to watch James Brolin's performance every once in a while, and I need it on hand. I gotta have my Brolin as George. It's available from Scream Factory on Blu-ray. It's also on DVD and digital, obviously. So that's my review of the original Amityville Horror. I hope you liked it. If you do, you can check out my website, markfusions.com. Check out my full write-up there, as well as other movies in the Amityville series and tons of other horror movies, well over 1,000 movie reviews and all kinds of other stuff on there. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon for exclusive content. I also diary what I'm watching at Letterboxd, so you can get an idea of what might be coming here soon. If you want to request that something get bumped up in the priority list, or you want to recommend something, that's the place to do it. Otherwise, the best way to support me is just to hit that sub button. It's a free, easy way to support me that's direct and lets me know, that you guys are interested in the videos. Lets me keep watching all these crazy movies. Hopefully more James Brolin and making these videos. Also, watching old videos is a huge help as well. There's a ton of horror movies, cult movies, a lot of Scream Factory reviews in my video playlist. So check those out if you're interested. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you, James Brolin. I know you'll never see this, but man, your performance, it got me right in the feels, man. I love it. It's epic stuff. Thank you, guys. Hopefully I'll see you soon.